back. It's still idea to launch entrepreneurship program. I'm sure you've had so much and you've received so much. Thank you so much, Penny, for those thoughts. I actually picked the fact where she said that everyone is endowed with an idea. We came from an amazing God who is a creator. And amazingly created you, he created I, and it was born out of idea. After making the world, it thought about who are those that are going to take care of these beautiful creations, and it talked about Peniel. It talked about Peniel in Nigeria. It talked about Samuel Jackson in Nigeria. It talked about Charles Lupenga in Malawi. He's doing amazing work over there for young people. It talked about Pastor Chris Oyakilome, the president of the Believers Love Word Ministry. Amazingly, Pastor is doing so much around the world. So all of that were brought from an idea, and it talked about you. Yes, you from Lesotho, you from South Africa, you from Niger, you from South Africa, you from everywhere, from the UK, it talked about you. Yes, you thought about you. So, and it's just been massive. I look at the success all around, and when it was done, he said, all I did was good. So you are also endowed with an idea. You are not dumb. You're fresh. You're young. You're fresh. Even if you're beyond 30, 40, there's so much you can put together. You know, sometimes idea comes from annoyance. You're just annoyed about a thing. You don't like how it's being done. Public education in classrooms are becoming boring. You can start an online education. I'm not talking about the same online, because you can start opportunities where people could learn how to cook online, could learn how to sew online. A school, adult education, you can start it. Sometimes ideas are born out of annoyance. You just want to change the status quo. And so much has been said on how to incite your idea. Penny talked about how you could sometimes change the look of your house. For 6 years, some of you, your TV has been this way. 6 years, you can just come up with an idea. Okay, can I change it? Can the center table, the sitting room have this? Can I change the color? You probably have been using white. Can I change? You're working on your mind, and then when they come, you start scripting them down. And I do that a lot when ideas come. I script them down. Script them down, and then I start building them, asking questions, doing my findings, and it's been amazing. I also want to encourage you that when that idea comes, try to get it registered quickly. Probably a name. Ideas come with a name. Your business must have a name. Penny talked about the business, having a business plan. When those ideas are coming, you robust business, but you must have a business name. And when you have that business name, you go and register them. Maybe the business name is ABC Enterprise, and hello, when the idea comes, so many persons are also looking into that line, ABC Enterprise. Go get it registered quickly. Get it registered, get the business name, have your personal ID card, have your business card, so that when you start talking to people about that idea, they will know, they will take you for what's serious. So I'm going to be talking about funding for that idea. Funding has been a major challenge to most people. The idea comes, when it comes to funding, they just give up, they just back up and said, basically no one is there to sponsor the idea. As such, they just let it go. I was sharing with someone how the richest place in the world has been the cemetery, and the person was like, "Oh, you said the richest place in the world, cemetery." So we have a lot of people with ideas. They died without achieving them. They died, they were buried, and they left the world. And then all of those ideas are buried in the ground. So there's something you have on your inside. So this program is how to push it, get it done. Your idea is going to be one that will help society. It's going to cost you, just like Penny said, your ideas are going to cause changes, and this is what we need. We need men and women who use the investment of their capabilities to affect their world. And that is what success is about. It's about solution. Your idea is solution, causing solution, getting men out of their penury, getting men out of their challenges, getting men better. And that's what the idea is about. So I'm going to talk about funding. So when we talk about fund, number one, funding is about your own personal saving. You're not just going to just have an idea and just walk to one uncle and say, uncle, I need $10,000 for this. Uncle's going to ask you, how much do you have? How much have you saved for the idea, for the project? So first is your own personal savings. What savings do you have for that idea? And sometimes, oh, I'm not working, then get a job. Get a job, and part of your funds or money you get from the job, you could use for that idea. So you're running your job and you're running your idea. Sometimes, after a while, you could resign from your job and then put full attention to your idea, to your business. So first is your fund. Let me even shock you. No one will even give you money. No one will give you money. You don't go to people and say you need money for your business. You ask them for partnership. I will get there. I will get there. But you must know, number one, that the number one investor, number one believer, number one acceptor, number one hugger of your idea is you. Is you. And as such, you must work on your own savings. Sometimes you need to sell some assets to get that idea running. You need to sell your wristwatch, sell your phone, sell any of your assets you seem want to that can bring you cash for your idea. And sometimes you don't need funds before an idea needs to come. You don't need to wait for all the money to start. As little as that money is, you can start up. You can start up, and that's the idea. The idea of this program is for you to start up. So the first thing is your job, your savings, getting into the business. Then the second one is you can get funds from your family and friends. Your mom, your dad, after sharing your vision, the Bible said something. I love this part of the Bible that talked about you writing the vision and making it plain, so that he that reads may run with it. That's what the Bible said. It said, make your vision, make your idea plain. Your idea must be clear. If you want to sell cars, you want to sell cars. The idea must be clear. Sometimes you don't get funds from probably friends or families because ideas are not clear. They don't understand. Make it clear, let them understand what you actually want to do. And then when you get funds from family and friends, be clear. Be clear if they're going to have cuts. What's going to be the percentage of their cut? And not that when the business now, boom, and they're like, hey, it's my money, it's my capital, it's this. You must be distinct. Okay, this money you're giving me, is it for partnership? I think it should be more. When you ask money from family, friends, uncles, neighbor, be distinctive, clear what percentage or what proportion they might want to have in the business. That's so. Be clear from beginning, and about the monies you receive from people. Write it down, make it plain, let it be scribbled out. And then you looked into collaborations. Facebook came about by collaboration with friends. Google, Microsoft, Snapchat are all products of collaboration between friends. Who are your friends? What kind of friends do you have? When you come together, what do they discuss? Do you just do hi, how are you doing? Your friends, you could come, you have an idea, talk to a friend, you can come together, pool resources, pool assets, pull them together and get the idea running. Remember, Facebook came through collaboration. You must work in partnership with certain people, ensuring that you push that idea, push it. That idea has stayed so long on your inside, has stayed so long on your part. It's time to push. Remember, I said you get first from your savings. Yes, get a job. With the money you get from the job, get it running. Number two, I talked about your family and friends, but spell it out. Not tomorrow, so like, hey, that's my money, ran. And then number three, I talked about collaborations with friends. I told you about Facebook, how it all started. Another way of getting funds are through grants. There are grant organizations, grant bodies all around the world, organizations who are always ready to put their funds into businesses and to see how they run. We have many of them. You could Google out on the internet. All you just want to see is a viable business plan that has sustainability plan, that has the going concern of the business. Your business is not a one-off. Your business plan should not be a one-off plan. You must have a business plan that have a going concern of 5 years, going concern of 10 years, and these ones are ready to invest. They are ready to invest. So you must have a robust, viable business plan that would have these people give out loans. And we also have grants that they are earmarked for small scale businesses to run. So you must have a viable business plan, how to run. Your business plan must have sustainability, it has to be impactful, and it has to be needful, you know. Another way you could also get funds okay, we also have what we call crowdfunding. We have some sites on some sites that offer you opportunities for crowdfunding. You get your business in a video format, you place it out, and then you start sharing to family, friends, everyone around the world, and people who looks into that business are able to start committing their funds in dollars into that business. At the end of the day, we have like Kickstarter, we have a few other bodies like that who do crowdfundings. They get their percentage, and then you get percentage also. So there's so much you can do. In ensuring that you get funds. So don't just wait for the fund. I remember the number one fund required for that business is your own. How much are you in? Don't just sit down and say, oh, I have this wonderful, amazing idea, and then you're just going to sit waiting for someone to come put money into it. No, you've got to spell out certain things in ensuring that you get your idea running. So your idea needs to get running, needs to get funding. Sometimes you don't even need to start with a fund. Sometimes all you just need are people, committed people. Bring them together and then share this idea with them and get running. Sometimes the funds you need for that idea are even embedded in the community. In that location where you want to start up that business. So the people involved, you make it seem like it's a corporate social responsibility for them in that environment. You know, I remember a time we wanted to set up a library in a center to benefit about 4,500 students, and I actually wrote to banks to get the support for it. And they said my business proposal was amazing, but at that time they didn't have enough funds. I needed about 1.5 million naira to get that idea rolling, you know, until I got to find out that it could be done right in that community, you know. And then at that same time, we also needed a mini clinic that could serve also the 4,500 students in that community. But what did we do? It was same in that community. We were able to get a space to set up the mini clinic. We were able to liaise with the local government in providing us a nurse that was working there 24 hours. We were still able to get the health ministry of that community to provide us with drugs. We got some person in the community to get us with birds, with blinds. We got someone who helped us to paint the mini clinic. You know, we were able to gather resources from those people. So from there, we were now able to have access to bigger resources to now start getting those clinics available even without getting funds from the people in the community. So you can start a business with the people in that community in ensuring that it gets running. So don't keep that idea. You'll be shocked that idea you think only you has got that idea and you'll be shocked if you keep delaying. One man at Zimbabwe, one man at Germany, you just Google one day and your idea is already being running. So get it started. Do all it takes in ensuring it's going to run. And I know God is there with you, and He will ensure that this idea got running. So we can't wait to hear your testimonies and your amazing exploit you're doing in. Welcome back. Yeah, Idea to Launch has been amazing. Penny, how has it been so far?
It's been wonderful. I'm sure you've learned a lot about how to get your ideas started, how to be a creative person. You know, there are certain times where you're in the office and then there's this guy that's always getting the ideas, and you're just wondering how is he always doing it. You know, so we've taught you how. First step is in your own locality, where you are. Start thinking of new ways to do things. And like I gave you an example, I said, are there new ways to rearrange your living room? Are there new ways to set your products in your shop? I mean, you start that. You train your mind to be creative, to get used to changes, you know. And then you talked about how to know your idea is viable.
Yeah. Also globalize your idea, you know, local globalization. Your idea, and you need to ensure that your idea doesn't just affect those in your community. You know, like I started up, your idea should affect people. Until it start affecting people, until people start craving for more. It's when your idea affects people that people want to pay for it. Yes, they want to pay for it. Like
and
when
that's what criteria for knowing that your idea is also viable. If is it solving a problem? It's not just about whether it's solving your problem. Is it solving the problem of other people? You know, because you're not going to buy your product. You need people to buy your product.
Yeah.
You know, and then you have to be sure that it actually solves their problem. You know,
and there are a lot of problems everywhere.
And
everywhere.
Problems give you opportunities.
Yes.
You know? Problems are actually opportunities.
Yeah. So if you're complaining about your locality, and you keep complaining, it's an opportunity.
Yes.
So
it means you should get an idea on how to solve the problem. So you actually can. And like we are told, you, God created you specially. Just take a while and look at the mirror and just look at yourself. You are special. You are unique. You are special, and you are endowed with abilities, inherent abilities that could cause changes everywhere. And then that's why you need to look on your inside. There's so much happening around the world. All you just need to do is tap from it, tap from those challenges, and see where you can. I don't want to use amass wealth, where you could solve. The truth is that in business, you don't want to be looking at money as your motivation for doing business. I always tell that, you know, because when you focus on money, you don't even see new ways to do your business.
Yeah.
When I work with people in doing business, I first ask them to give me a vision, because I want to drive them to that vision. And when your business actually when you have a vision for your business, your business is able to grow, you know, because you're not focusing on money, you're focusing on the solution that you're trying to bring to people, which is very important.
Very, very, very important. And people need solution. Yeah, people need solution in technology, solution in agriculture, solution in everywhere. And you've got what it takes. We've shared so much with you on how to juice up that idea. We've said so much with you on how to look at the environment. Environment is very key in your idea. Penny had talked to you on how to do many things that could spark up certain ideas in you. I love the part where you talked about arranging your room sometimes, and not just the bureaucratic way of having your house just the same way. So we've talked also about how to raise funds,
So there are opportunities to get grants for your business, but your business plan has to be amazing.
You need to have a business plan already written, because that is.
Let's just share the content of a business plan.
Okay, the content of a business plan, it has like your business overview, and many business plans have your vision, your mission statements, and what you want to achieve, what your target markets, your operational plans, the financial outlay, what are required, and that's just to summarize what should be in your business plan. So,
and then sustainability plan.
The sustainability plan, how you intend to run the business, how you intend to grow the business. And then when a business plan is actually important, because when you're going to meet an investor, even if it's for the grants, the grants are also required to have a business plan. And for me, investor or no investor, if I'm allowed to talk to someone and convince the person about my idea, I always have a business plan already written, so that I don't want the person to leave me and forget the idea. So as we are talking, I just ask the person, okay, I have something written down already, should I send it to you? And the person goes, oh yeah, fine, you can send it to me. And then the person has something concrete to work with and always remember me.
Wow, amazing, amazing. And we have the strategic strategies that could give you that idea, that $1 billion idea that could change the world and change you forever, and is giving so many people ideas, so many ideas. Talked about aeroplane, flies, amazing, something just go on there. We have cars, the Holy Ghost dropped it in them. We have pens to write, we have books, and it's amazing if it's in you, and when he works with you, he's done so much in our lives, and that's why we've been able to affect our world in all ramification. And that's why we're saying, if you have the Holy Ghost in you, there's so much you could do. He gives your vision, provision.
You can really do. I would like to say that, first of all, many people do not know, really, that 90% of the founders of modern science today, you talk about Charles Babbage, you talk about Robert Boyle, you talk about Alexander Volt, Isaac Newton, Pascal Blaise, people who founded modern science were actually Christians.
Yeah.
The people you studied about in school, in secondary school, their theory, the law of gravity, oxygen was even founded by a Christian,
Wow.
And then, I'd like to, when I was studying this, I was trying to find the relation. The truth is that when you study science, you still find God.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
You still find God.
Yeah.
You're still related. You're just trying to understand how his creation works.
Wow.
And to think that the founders of modern science today were actually Christians.
Wow.
So there's that, the Holy Ghost idea, like he said, helps a lot, because one thing I do with what the Holy Ghost actually helps me to do is, many times when I am like in a fix and I need instant ideas, because many times you are talking about ideas, and many times when you want to get an idea, normally you have to like sit down and brood and think, and even with the large hours spent in thinking, you might still not get anything. For example, the theory of liquidity, fluid resistance, for example, Archimedes' theory, he found it after several days of brooding, and then one day in his bathroom he found the solution. So for you can literally, let me tell you, skip that step when you have the Holy Ghost in you, because the Holy Ghost is the one that made the world. When God said let there be light, it was the Holy Ghost that was the great power of God when God spoke. So he is the creative person we have today, and he can be in you.
Yes, amazingly, and that's why we want to lead you to him. If you've not found him, it starts first by accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and personal Savior. You receive Christ into your life, you have opportunity of that strategies comes into you, and it makes life beautiful with your ideas. So together we're going to lead you to Christ. If you're here, you've not accepted Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior, and you've been a part of this broadcast, here's an opportunity for you to have Jesus in your life as your Lord and
The strategist comes, dwells in you, he lives in you, works with you, bring out the very best with you. So we're going to lead you together to Christ. Just we thank you first for accepting to do that. Just say this word. Just say, Lord, dear Lord Jesus, I accept you today as my Lord and personal Savior. I believe you died to save me. I believe you paid the price for me. Now I declare that I am your child. I declare I am of the light. I declare that I am born again. In Jesus' name. Glory! Congratulations. We were talking entrepreneurship, and now to give you another bigger dose to it. Amazing. Congratulations. All of you from around the world, just type on this platform. We want to hear your comments. We want to have your questions. We are very much around to answer them. Penya is here, Ham here, Samuel Jackson is here, Charles Libenga from Malawi is still here, and then we'll answer those questions together. Remember his idea to launch season 1, and so much has been shared. Put them together and start work. Any final words?
Well, yes, their final words. Well, I believe I'm talking to young people, and you have a future ahead of you, you know. And then I would say to you that it's your time to be creative. You know, it's your time to find solutions to problems around you, because you want to create a future that your children will be happy about. You know, you want to create something that your children will be proud of you for creating.
Okay.
And then, you know, because for example, a lot of African countries want to model the developed world, you know, but these people built something that today their children are enjoying. And yeah, we can blame past governments, what our parents or forefathers did, but it's not enough to complain. Start thinking of what to do.
Amazing. So young people around the world, we've got to go, Peniel. Young people around the world, start thinking and get that idea running. Running. You want to thank everyone who made it possible for us to have this recording. Thank you so much, Ciflix, for opportunity to stream this on your platform. Want to thank K&G,
Kelsey Green Hotels for this wonderful venue. You know, and then you can follow Smart Business Community on Facebook,
yes,
and on Instagram at Smart Business Community.
You can also follow African Integrated Services on Facebook, you know, and on Instagram. Amazingly. So we would get to hear from you. Start running that business, and we'll hear so much from you. So God bless you. Thank you so much. I remain Samuel Jackson.
And I remain Peniel Misway.
Bye.